All right. All right. So back here with another trading day, beautiful trading day. Top micro float mover is MGram or MGAM, MGAM. Gonna look into why that thing is up 50, 60 something percent. Looks like it's a relatively low float. Float 11.6 million. Let's look at that catalyst. What's up, Danielle? So, like I was telling you yesterday, sometimes when you have a hot day, the day after is like it's questionable. And I kind of like it that way. It gives me time to kind of think about my entries and stuff. And I kind of take it slow the day after a hot day when we see 100% movers. Because today the biggest mover is only up 58%, but we'll see if it has a reason to be up. Which, looking over here on Thinkorswim, the catalyst, Y Bulks Bio is trading higher. Okay, do we have any news that sticks out this month? Also, the daily chart. Let's look at this daily chart on MGAM. Had a huge drop. Was up here, gapped up from 28 up to 35. Rolled up here for a little bit, and then a huge drop down to the 20s, and then further down under the 10s. So the daily chart is definitely looking spooky on this one. The price currently is sitting at 412, so it's about 412, about right there. So that it had a previous little range here that it hung around for a while. So it's gonna have to push through this range. The top of this range is the 467. And we'll see how it holds above that 467 point there. Yes, Donnell. Yep. And it'll start calculating at the open. I can show you how to uh do it after the stream. I can get on Discord with you and walk you through it, putting it in. Because it's just copy and paste. It's already coded. So and basically it just does the same thing that Street Smart Edge does over here. This change from open, it starts to calculate as soon as the numbers start to open. One thing that I have had problems with on it though, some stocks, if they pop, like if they open and they have kind of like a spotty movement on the day before they receive volume, it does not calculate those because it can't tell where the open was. It's looking at the books and it's like, okay, well, it was between, there was no volume, there was no real volume, so it can't calculate. But majority, 90% of the stocks that pop up is going to calculate on. Actually 95%, probably 99%. Very, very few that it doesn't calculate on. Ben says oil is at $94. It did come back down to the 200 moving average over here on the daily chart. So yeah, broke the 200, kind of retested this level up to the 97s, right under the hundreds, but now it's coming back within this range. So I want to see if it can finally break back into this downtrend that it had going from the top. The downtrend break of the 92 would get it going down again. So that's what I'll be looking for. Also, let's look at the NQ. NQ had a nice little dip back into this downtrend. We'll see if it can break back. If it can break back over this downtrend or if it'll continue down. I'm thinking it can continue down, especially with this high momentum to the downside. SPY. Yep, everything made it back. The SPY and the NQ made it back into that downtrend. So, yep. We'll see what happens. Had a previous little uptrend it had down here, so we'll see what it runs into, or if it just claps right through it. But yeah, MGAM is a top volume mover, up 58%. But look at this range. Like, it's already throwing a lot of wicks. I'll be very careful on this one. And I didn't see any real reason for it to be up either on the on its news in TOS. Let's look here. Artemis Avenue LLC announces technology partnership with mobile esports Mogo. MGAM for upcoming Indian esports social gaming platform. So they got a little partnership, but neither one of these companies are like super known that I know of. But they may be super known in the area that they are in, that they work in. Let me go and see what exactly this company does. You said audio? Okay, let's see. Audio. Am I not testing to okay, you're talking about it's an audio company. No. Audio? What you mean on the audio? Is that a stock audio? Mm. Yeah, I don't know. With the NQ and the SPY, I really think they're gonna have to do probably have to do another like a softening meeting where they'll come back out with more news cause the news that Powell came out with really caused a ruckus. So I'm thinking they're gonna come out and try to soften the blow with a little bit more news to kind of ease people's trigger fingers and be like, oh, we were just this is what we actually meant. Oh, you thought you lost audio. Okay. Personal micro mid low and high. Okay. So yeah, MGM is the trap of the market today. They know that people made money yesterday and they're just like, hey man, you want to give it back? Our company can do it. So let's identify what it's done in pre-market. Got up here to the 439s. Now on the daily chart that I was looking at over here on TOS, it looked like it had a little bit of a range from to the 467. It is up to the $4 is trying to hold here. So let's see, that's a whole dollar resistance right there. So I'm gonna just put that $4 in there. If it can't hold $4, it doesn't really matter. Let's see, resistance 2. So the $4 is the struggle point up to the 467. But in pre-market, got up here to the 440s. So we got a nice identification of some short war zone here. Right through there. And we'll see how it holds in this range and where shorts want to hit it at. 12 million shares traded on it. You know, at the more I look at these morning trades and stuff, it just makes sense when things go down. It's like, wow, that needed to go down. No catalyst. It's almost like a reverse checklist of what we look for to go long. It's like, Man, I'm gonna be so ready to go short bias after I do all this observation, cause I just know it's like, bro, that's going down. That's going down. It may have a short term pop to test up here to the 440s, maybe even through the 440s up to that 467 level, 47 right under the 475s. But yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna get a nice little knock here. Only 11.6 million in the float here. Let me check what it is over here. No float listed on Yahoo. Let's see if they have any kind of crazy shelf registrations. No shelves. Also, let me check out the earnings calendar. Tuesday, Bank of Montreal. HP has earnings today. Yeah, nice little earnings list there. And this is on NASDAQ.com. No news on the short squeeze. Look at that daily. Oh, man. FinViz really makes it look bad. Yep, 11.58. IPOs for today, we have BioAffinity opening today, and we have HPCO. What is BioAffinity? BioAffinity Technologies Inc. is a privately held company incorporated in Delaware, addressing the need for non-invasive diagnosis of early-stage cancer and diseases of lung and targeted cancer treatment. Our company develops proprietary non-invasive diagnostic tests and cancer therapeutics using technology that preferentially targets cancer cells and cell populations indicative of a diseased state. Research and optimization of our platform technologies are conducted in our laboratories. Okay, I'm not going to read this whole thing. Let's see. They're in stage 1, treated early stage 1. Okay, so this is a cancer treatment, but they're supposed to be IPOing today, BIAF. And who else? HPCO, Hempico Company. We are focused on distributing tobacco by manufacturing and selling nicotine-free and tobacco-free alternatives. Oh, no. I said distributing. We are focused on disrupting tobacco by manufacturing and selling nicotine-free and tobacco-free alternatives to traditional cigarettes. So probably like e-cigs and some vapes. We utilize a proprietary patented spraying technology for terpene infusion and patent pending flavored filter infusion technology. Okay. So cannabis and stuff probably going to be in that one. Okay. So we got a cannabis one, and then we got a cancer one. Supposed to be IPO in a day. IPO price is looking like it's supposed to be $6 on both of them. I'll put those out here just to keep them on watch here. BIAF, and the other one was HPCO. Okay. And the shares the shares in the float is about 1 million on both of them. Very low floats. Probably gonna go crazy if they open, but will probably be dangerous. But I'll keep them on watch just to keep them on the lookout. Anything else I need to see? Let's just go back to the regular news here. Latest news. Oh, what's up, One Life? What's up, Lauren? My bad. I hadn't even glanced. I've been reading. Let's see. Good morning, everybody that has joined in. Okay, yeah. What was I looking for? Oh, the news. U.S. startup SMI starts shipping machine learning chip and system. Canadian banks brace for uncertainties after mixed quarter. That was 10 minutes ago. Ukraine latest. Oh man, they're still going at it over there in Ukraine. Okay. Oil retreats after Iraq calms supply nerves following clashes. Now that one may be interesting. Oil retreats. Let's see. Oil declined after increasing by the most in 6 weeks after Iraq's state marketing company said exports haven't been affected by violent clashes in Baghdad. West Texas intermediate futures paired part of Monday's price jump with some of the supply concerns of from OPEC's second biggest producer easing. Okay, I dropped this link in the chat if you guys want to look into it if you're interested in oil. All right, let's see. The UK's 12 billion energy aid. Canadian banks. What's going on in Canada? Canada closed out mixed quarter biggest banks on Tuesday, with investors and analysts expecting some earnings drivers to ebb the economic uncertainties to increase the future quarters. Okay, three of Canada's big six banks have missed their expectations, driven in part by challenges in their capital markets operations. Okay, Canadian banks. The average house price in Canada has fallen by more than 20% from its February peak as sales have plunged. Okay, while rising loan loss provisions mean the likelihood of defaults taking banks by surprise is low, there could be a jump in borrower stress in a few years as those who took mortgages when interest rates were at record lows have to renew at the end of the typical 5-year term at much higher rates. Okay. Well, that's Canadian banks having some issues. See, 32 minutes ago, Nicola to raise up to 4 million in stock sale. U.S. stocks, Wall Street set to rebound after Jackson Hole shock. Brazil, gold edges higher as greenback wavers amid hawkish rate stance. Fintech firm Wise fined 360,000 by Abu Dhabi regulator. What did they do? Okay, Financial Services Regulatory Authority found that Wise did not establish and maintain adequate AML systems and controls to ensure full compliance with its AML obligations. Okay. Hmm. Not too not too familiar with AML. Elon Musk attacks Twitter deal over the whistleblower feud. Okay, and this stuff is over an hour ago, so all of this other stuff is older. Warren Buffett cuts stake in China's BYD, spurring bets more may come. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking micro mids. right. Let's go out to Benzinga and see what they're talking about out here. Latest news. Okay, RFV Capital reports first revenue for Etain acquisition cuts net loss by 85%. They're still going at it with Trump, huh? That's crazy. Big Lots reports Q2 earnings above Street View, eyes inventory, and cost reduction. Crypto winter could mean big tax savings. Putin's original plan in disarray. Traders anticipating more downside from SPDR S&P 500 ETF. Yep, that's true. Australia compels Apple and Meta and Snapchat to explain how they're tackling child abuse content. Oh, wow. Well, who said YouTube lost? Kathy Woods loads up on 3 million in this precision medicine firm's shares despite bleak Q2. Yeah, she did the same thing on what was it, Coinbase or something. She got boiled on. What is this? CDNA? I don't even know what that is. Let me see, what's the price? $20.38, and then Revolution, ARC Genomic Revolution. Yeah, let Kathy Woods have her fun. Let's go over here to the small caps. Not seeing anything that's super eye-catching. All right, let's see what MGM was doing during our time looking at it. So it did come back, retest about halfway of this little range here to the 425s. Got a little bit of pressure down there, and now it's under the $4. Yesterday I did trade AHI, and I traded Nerve was another one. I bought Nerve down here at the right at the $12. It started to hold the 12, got the little pop up and sold up there. But I didn't. I was playing two at the same time, NERV, and then AHI. AHI, I saw this little downtrend that it had. It seemed to not be breaking down, so I got in here at the 128s at the bottom of this green candle, 128, and got the little pop up here. And Donnell was there as well. Sometimes I just don't go back live. I don't go live, but I'll just share my screen in the Discord, where you guys can actually talk with me and stuff like that. And Donnell figured out his microphone problem or issue or whatever, and he was able to talk. So that was cool. Yeah, you guys can jump in whenever I'm doing that, and you know, tell me what you're thinking about a stock that I'm looking at. Oh, there's Reliable Rudy in the house. Let me scroll back up here and see if y'all been doing any call outs here. Let's see. Rudy, One Life. Being lost. A firm, yeah, A firm just disappointed. When the NQ started dumping, A firm really just ugh. Let's see. Yeah, Ben, you killed it, missing that bull run now. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured A firm. We were watching A firm. I was like, man, I hope Daniel B isn't still holding this one, because I don't know about this one. But you'll definitely recover 4,500. Daniel B, he puts in that work, man. He puts in that work. Rudy. Okay. $4 minutes to the bell. We're probably gonna see MGAM uh do something crazy this morning. No reason, but hey, craziness happens. We have already identified on the hour chart a nice short resistance level up there to the 425s. And now it seems like it doesn't want to get any trades here coming into the open. So the biggest trading candle was what? Only 1 million shares here. Everything else under 1 million. Pretty sure the first candle will be over 1 million, but after that, we may see it return to these low volume trades or low trading volume bars on the 5 minute. SB calls out phase, FAZE. FAZE up 40%. 1 million shares traded on it, $23.80. Let's go ahead and look into that one. FAZE. It looks like it was $16 yesterday, and it is broke over the highs today. 21 up here was the high. So it'll probably come back down and touch this 22 well actually $22. So this is $21.99. Let's back off a little bit and look at this monthly or yearly chart. Monthly chart looks like it's only been open for a year is all the data that I see here. Monthly chart. Yeah, the high was 21 and it's gapped all the way over it. Let's look at some of this news out here. So phase holding, short squeeze coming. That was on the 20. That was on yesterday that the short squeeze was coming, and now it's here. Potential short squeeze plays gained steam in 2021 and continued through 2022. Squeeze can occur. Okay, we'll definitely watch it. It is higher float. Or actually, whoa, 17.8 million in the float. That's crazy. Let's go and look at these statistics real quick before the market opens here. Let's see. Phase statistics. Float is under 1 million on phase. What do they do? Phase, no employees listed. Operates lifestyle, media, and gaming and youth culture. Designs merchandise, consumer products, things like that. Okay, social media. It's social media, basically platforms. Okay, let's go to BAM and see if they have any crazy news out here for phase. No kind of shelf registrations or anything, but it is afloat under 1 million, so it could get very crazy on phase. So we got let's see, phase and MJAM. We'll see which one. The market just opened. We'll keep our eye on phase first. And see if we can, well, let's see if we can identify this top here as a little top side resistance there of the 24. Wow, getting up there quick. So that was false. That's we'll have to see what it does above this 2350 resistance. There it goes, right under there. So this is why we identify the tops first and see where those shorts are hanging out. Get a good feel for where those shorts are hanging out first, and then say, okay, can this thing get back up there and test it? And I usually do this on the hour chart because the hour chart short resistance is so strong and it's so easy to see on the hour chart. MJAM is also under its short resistance as well. Both of these going red on the day out of the open. 23, so it's already down 6% there. Big $2 rip down. trying to get bought back up, but red on the day. So we'll see if it can pull a red to green move here back over the 2350s. Does not have any kind of news other than a short squeeze article on it. Jumping back up there, 20 right under that short resistance there at the 2350. Trying to get there, but not able to get back in that range. Let me jump over here to MGAM. MGAM going down more and more as well. And this is what I was talking about, Donnell. The day after you get a hot day, sometimes it's just like, bro, the next day they just trying to take profit back. That's it. Definitely would have fooled some people being low float and everything, float under 1 million. Definitely people bought for that big rip there, but that rip was so quick. I guarantee you no one, if they did get in, they were not trying to sell very quickly. They were thinking this thing was gonna go, but you know, this thing has 3 million in the shares traded, and so it wouldn't even be on my scans anyway. It's got to get more. I want to see more of a volume story. And then MJAM also getting jammed up to the downside. But nothing else on the scans as of yet. I will go and look at my older watch in just a minute. Let me make sure I do that right. Bed Bath and Beyond is back up though. Again, Bed Bath and Beyond has been a troublesome little kind of like a meme stock now. Phase back down to the $20 level. This is why we identify where the short's hanging out first. How are you going to go long if you don't know where the enemies are? Let's see. Take that one off. That one was the one I traded yesterday. Not worried about that. Take Nerve off. Actually, no, I'm going to leave Nerve on there. No, it needs more volume. I ain't going to worry about that. And then the SPY. Let's see what the SPY is doing. Went down to the 4. Right at the 403 even. And bounced back up, testing that 404. And these other two were IPOs that are supposed to be opening today. BIAF was a cancer company, and then HPCO is a they're trying to replace cigarettes basically. All right, phase. That was a pretty big move down though. That's a $3 move down, and it's down 10% on the day, so I'm gonna avoid that one. It's gonna have to come back up and show us some green on the day. It may do it. It's crazy enough to do it, but I want to see it hold those gains and get some more volume. MGAM, nice and red on the day as well. Neither one of these had big reasons to be up. This one's already given back almost, it was up, what, 50 something percent or something like that, giving back half of its gains there. Bed Bath and Beyond up 1%. Let's go look at that one. What did it do in pre-market? Got up here to the 1545s. Resistance level. Throwing some nice wicks. It's the only thing that's green right now that's up. So definitely meme stock movement here. No reason to be up, but it's going up. Pushing back into this short area here on the hour chart. Looks like what's the mid part of this? About the 525-ish level. Right under the 550. Okay. So we'll see if these can fail first. Then we should see something else pop up midday. BBBY getting some heavy push down off of that 15 right at that previous level that we've identified. Looking like phase wants to continue to push down. Has a bottom it hit here at the 2037. I'm thinking it's gonna that with this much momentum, it's probably gonna break this down. 2020 actually it's probably gonna break the 20s down, the $20 even. Let's see, where's the 20? Right about there. This one had an opening bottom of the 350s. We'll see how these hour candle closes, but definitely looking for these to break down their lows, break to new lows. So first 10 minutes closing up, still could not get into this short area here. 1475s get a nice little push down here. Looking like it may go red on the day. What is red for Bed Bath & Beyond? Red would be the 1450 breakdown. Phase getting its next push as well down through those 20s. Hit the 20, kind of holding there, but I'm thinking, look at all this momentum. It's come down to half of this green candle. Super red on the day, down 12%. That's what we want to avoid. As longs, I mean, if you're short, then you do what you do. Yeah, the next thing that I like to do is I'm looking for a obvious trend to set up. So where is the intraday trend? Right? MGAM getting a little bit of a pop there, but still nice and red on the day. This hour candle showing a little bit of buying pressure in here, but I will wait for this hour candle to close. Can it come back green and start to hold above all of this buying pressure? This is about, if it were to go green here, that's 359 up to the 392. That's a 40 cent buying pressure right there. Let's look at the average movement of these candles. So the first candle went from 396 down here to 368. Okay, so about 20 cents, and then a pop up from 357 up to 373. So another 20 cents. Then 364 up to 380s. It's another 20 cents. So we'll see what it wants to do. Phase going on to meet this maker. What's up, Daniel B, man? Daniel B, I missed you at the end of last week, man. I wanted to talk about the NQ. But I know you're probably managing all of your positions, man. Trying to hedge. Micro. Mid floats. Okay, so MGAM trying to come back green on the day. What will a test of this short area look like for it? Above the $4, if it can get there. It has a whole dollar resistance holding it. Popped up there very quickly. So getting up there above that 4. Are the shorts heavy in here? It's the only thing that's green right now. But just kind of looking weak on that little pop-up. Only up 3-4% on the day too. So if someone was just now opening their trading platform, is this something that they would be like, oh, I need to trade that? I don't think it's there yet. Phase did end up breaking down the 20s. It broke big there on the $20 break, as we were thinking it was gonna do. So $20 breakdown. BBBY also big slap down as well. Let me see. SPY must have had a nice little clap as well. Yep, SPY having a clap down as well. The bottom of this candle is the 402s. And MGAM is going the opposite direction of the SPY, but will it hold? This is the biggest candle it's had on the day. And it has 20 seconds left to close this candle. Will it close above 4, or will the 4 become big resistance across here again? Will this be a sideways mover? 415's up there. $425s have been an issue for it. Looking for the trend setup. At this point, I don't see any trend. I can't put a trend on here that makes sense. So since it's unpredictable, I just keep my hands out of the fire. Going back down there under the previous resistance, try to test this short range. Those shorts are pretty strong in here under the 425s. Phase hit a bottom down here of the 1842s. Well, I say a bottom. It went down. That doesn't mean this is the bottom. It went down here to the 1842s. It could still continue down with this kind of momentum. This is a whoa. This is a and it's popping very, very dangerous looking. And hasn't had a million shares traded since the first candle, first 5-minute candle. BBBY down to the 14s, looking like it's about to take a dump as well here. Huge momentum down from the 1470s all the way down here to the 14s, and it's testing the 14s right now. Huge blast through that 14. So yeah, I like sitting on my hands on days like this. I like just watching. MGAM up here still trying to hold this $4. Has not tested down on this bottom yet of the 4, like the 405s, right at the 4. It got one little 5-minute test, but hasn't really claimed it as a bottom yet. But there is a little bit of buying pressure here. Let's see what happens. Will it start to break new highs here? The top is right now you'll be risking what, $4 up to the 440, so 40 cent. You can put your stop right under this $4. You'll be risking what, $4, 12 cents, 10 cents for a move up here to the 440s. But again, there's no obvious trend. So if you're just going to take that trade, take that chance, you can do it, but it's just no obvious trend. Even from here, where do you draw uptrend? Do you do it here? I mean, where does the uptrend go? It's just not obvious. MGAM again testing that 4, trying to make the 4 the floor for it. This buy-up looks identical to what happened in pre-market though. This nice little wick here, 4 down to 340, pop back up here to 387s. This one 356 back up to the 3, around the 390s. Still facing those issues though. And now coming back. Could not get into that short area. Shorts are too strong up there. All right, so now everything is red. Let me go and look at the overall market. Over here on TOS, a lot of dark green. Let me turn this brightness up. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's some green, some red. Looks like the bigger stocks are having some green days. Apple, Google, Tesla, a lot of those. MGAM coming on down though. And again, phase never did reach the volume that I'm looking for. So by the time it ends up popping on my scans, I'm like, oh, nope. BBBY still down. MGAM struggling for green to red. Let me see what exactly the a red day on MGAM will be. Actually, it's already going red. Yeah. All right, so yeah, MGAM just could not find strength under this short resistance. We'll see if how big will the shorts win on. Well, no, actually not on this one because it's already red on the day. If it was still green on the day, maybe we could say, okay, how big can the shorts win for a short cover back up to the upside for that retest? See. Lauren was talking about SWN. Let me see what else. SWN. I think that was Smith and Wesson. Smith and Wesson. This company had a little pop when they were talking about doing gun regulations and all of that. It had a little bit of a pop. Um, I I don't remember exactly. I think the plan fell through or something like that. But it's been descending a little bit. But people always buy guns. MGAM losing its life up here, pushing back into this short or this buying resistance under here. Phase popping back up shortly to the $20 level. Will $20 become big resistance? Still down negative 12 on the day. For it to get back green, it will have to push all the way back up. I mean, it's got too much work to do. GD called out INAB, PXMD, and BWV. Let's look at those. INAB, PXMD, and BWV. Okay, INAB, 10 million shares traded. I like it. It should be popping on my scans here in a little bit. 10 million shares traded. What can we identify? It got up here to the 286 in pre-market. Don't know how real that is, but yeah, had a nice little range that it's trying to hold here resistance wise. 250s at the bottom there, only 10 cents off of this previous push down. Let's see, PXMD halted going down. Not even close to the volume I'm looking for. This one's only got 1 million shares in volume, so it's got to get into the competition. It's not even competing on the day. BWV, what in the world happened to this one? Not 10 million yet. So when I saw, if this popped on my scans at 10 million, well, I would see this big, huge, disgusting drop and be like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That's why I wait for volume. Whoa, whoa, it is taking shoestrings and everything. Look at that drop. That's where you want to short right there. Something that has low volume, has no reason to be moving up. This is what you look for. And it's big red on the day. I like it. Not for a long trade, but yeah. All right, so in let me scan again here. Grows. Why is INAB? Where would that be? What's the float on this thing? 18. Okay. Should be popping up here soon. Yeah. INAB, kind of a chopper, but it is green on the day. Pushing back up here. It's probably going to end up forming a lower high here. Only up 12%. Let me look at the news behind this thing. INAB. Today, HC Rainwright initiates coverage on IN 8 Bio with a buy rating. Announces price target of $14. Okay, that's a dream. Top pre-market. IM8 Bio Form 4 shows purchase of 51,214 shares at average price of 202. Okay. Well, somebody bought at 202. They'll probably end up selling on people after if it goes up and reaches this top. I mean, they're going to sell on people. I mean, they bought at 202 into a company. Let me look into this company. I clinical stage biotechnology company focuses on the discovery, development, and commercialization of gamma delta T cell therapies for the treatment of cancers. Its lead project, its candidate includes IMB 200, a genetically modified autologous gamma delta T cell product candidate that is in phase 1 clinical trial for the treatment of glioblastoma and solid tumors. An IMB 100 an allogenic product candidate. So it's all phase 1 on this one. Let's look and see if it has any kind of shelf registrations. INAB, it just popped up on my scans as well. So let me, as for now, these are the scans that I'm looking at. Pretty dry scans overall. MGAM, IN, whatever, up 17%. BBBY, -2, and then AMD. So pretty dry scans here. We're going to take Phase, our good buddy Phase, off. Let's see, which one? BWV. We're gonna let that one die slowly by itself. Never did. If it reaches 10 million, then okay, I'll put it back on. But it's just not there yet. And then PXMD, just no volume. What was the news behind PMX? I'll just at least look at the news. Let's see, PXMD. PAX shares resume after halt. Why Bed Bath & Beyond? So they don't even have their own news. So no catalyst there on PXMD. It's up, but no one cares about it. So we'll wait until people care enough to get it over 10 million. MGAM continuing to pump on down. The SPY is at the 401, looking like it wants to test that 400 level. Bed Bath & Beyond still floating around the 14s as well. And then Smith & Weston continue to come on down as well. You locked out a bit on INAB. Nice. So it had a top side up here of the 285s that it reached in pre-market. Let's see if real buyers want this thing. Now remember, the big institutions bought down here at 202, right? So 202 is their entry. Where would they want to drop this thing is what my question would be. If we look out here on TOS on the daily chart, right here, and we'll make it a little bit bigger, we can see that the 200, or not, it's a ways away from the 200. 200 is up here at the 366. It had a previous high up here of 336 where it kind of tested this area twice. Let's see what else we got. Came down. what is this, $3 on this bottom, and then 289. But I wouldn't count that as a resistance just yet. But yeah, definitely the $3 is going to be a big level for it to get crushed at. Let's jump back over here. Actually, no, not jump back over here. Let's look at these other charts. On the monthly here, we can see a nice little dissension. Had a bottom here where it held the 220s a couple of times. But remember where they bought. They bought down here in the 202. So you're buying way away and definitely buying where they can dump this thing big. Especially because this company isn't a great company. Let's see, max this is the weekly chart. All right, and then the 4-hour chart over here. So yeah, definitely 4-hour chart, 200 moving average is back here at the 250s. We'll see if it wants to come back down there. Oh, the IPO HPCO opened up. IPO HPCO that I said was going to IPO today opened up. 98,000 shares traded. This thing was supposed to open up at $6. It said $34.20. That's crazy. I think I'm right on that. Hold up. Let me go back over here to the IPOs. IPOs, yep. Price target was, or the price opening price was supposed to be $6. It's up to $34 and something. We'll watch for this other one open up as well, which is the BIAF. Watching both of those, but INAB is continuing to push up to that $3 level above the previous this previous so-called short level. So that's kind of invalidated now, and we'll see if a new one forms. But man, this thing was supposed to open up at $6. I'm surprised it opened up this early in the morning. Usually they open up around lunchtime. Let me see what kind of halt this is. HPCO volatility halt $10. I mean not $10. Halted at 10:01, so it should be opening up at the 10:06:05. So in 2 minutes, we'll keep our eyes out for that one. INAB doing this thing as well. Nice, reliable Rudy getting those trades on INAB. So hit a top up here of the 315. Wait a minute. Was that not where we just were saying it was going to face resistance over here on the daily chart? Where it's slowing down now? Right across here, 315-ish area. Yep. Right there on the daily chart. And we're going to jump over to HPCO here in a minute to see how it comes out of this halt. If it's a 5-minute halt, should be opening up at the 10:06:05. So let's jump over there real quick. 10:06:05 coming up on HPCO. Just watching, watching the craziness today. This was the company that's trying to um trying to change the whole cigarette thing and bring in e-cigs and vapes and all of that. This may be a 10-minute halt. It should have opened up there. So this may be a 10-minute halt. It was supposed to open up at $6, but it's definitely way above $6. Okay. Let's go back down here. INAB getting pushed back into this short resistance. Had a nice little test up there to the 305's resistance level. But again, no obvious trend on that one. The SPY is down under the 401s to the 470s as well. BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond, continuing down. MGAM doing the same movement, losing volume here. I mean, of course it's losing volume. There's too many other good things up here to be worried about MGAM. Looking for INAB to get pushed back under this 275 here soon. Okay, so this thing should be opening up at the, HPCO should be opening up 10-minute halt. So yeah, 10:11:05 in 3 minutes. 10:11:05 if it's a 10-minute halt. $22 million shares traded on INAB though. Biggest green mover of the day so far. Having some issues around that $3. Now, at first, the issues were all the way up here around right under that 315 level we saw on the daily chart, right up to the 310, and now facing problems right at the 3. And then this is another one that I'll be like, okay, where's the trend on the daily chart? Like, it hasn't really confirmed any bottoms yet. I mean, you could just come from here and say, oh, this is the trend, but that's a super steep trend. Even on the 15-minute, it's almost straight up. So where are those bottoms? We got about a minute left for HPCO ends up popping out. We'll see what it wants to do. Barely got. I'm surprised people got almost 100,000 shares traded on it at the open. That's crazy. Very quick bots. I think what's even crazier is it moved from 6 all the way up to 34 on this many shares. But it did have about 1 million shares in the float. And we're coming up on the open here. Should be. So let's go over here. 11:05 is when it should be popping. Okay, that was 10 minutes. Are we gonna open up? Okay. No open on HPCO, maybe a 15-minute halt. Looking for it to get back under that 275. We've identified two areas of possible short locations. The first one got pushed through, but it's getting pushed back into, so it may have to consolidate in here around this 275. INAB looks decent for another top pop. We'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking that it's showing us where the shorts are. Maybe later on in the day if it can hold its levels. But again, this company does not have good catalysts. That's the only other problem. It's just in the phase 1 trials of some, therapy. So it's not something that it's gotta have a catalyst to do the pop top. Or it's gotta have some kind of catalyst. Well, it doesn't have to. I say that it's more likely for it to retest the highs if it has a catalyst. $270 stop for reliable Rudy. Yeah, I think it's gonna come and get you. Ooh, there's some buyers, or no. Let's actually just watch the tape and see if these are buyers or sellers coming in. People trading around at 95, but nobody's buying big above the ask though yet. Only seeing like hundreds or like maybe 1,000 above the ask. But where are those 10,000s? Where are the big? There's some thousands coming in, but no big buyers above the ask. Going up and retesting that high. So I guess Rudy was correct on that retest of the high here, but it is getting pretty extended on the hour, going up to that 315 level that we thought was gonna be a problem today. So we'll see what happens up here. Going on up. If we look over here on the daily chart, it is working its way. The next resistance is the 335s there on the daily chart. Let's see, 327s right there, 325s. Can we touch the 330s before we fail? 325s, a little bit of struggle. So another high form. So that invalidates this little high here. Sometimes when I was doing the studies and observations of some of these stock movements and ticker movements, I used to always hear people say, "Oh yeah, I'm waiting on the dip," and they'll be like, "I'm waiting on the dip," and they'll buy like right here at 311. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that was a dip, but I guess the definition of a dip is just different for each trader. Some traders are looking for like a 3-cent dip. Some traders want to see an actual dip and a nice bottom, obvious bottom form for them to get in. Some people look at this and they be like, "Oh, this is a dip right here," and it's like, is it though? Is it? Is this the dip you want, or is this a falling knife? But yeah, 315s was the struggle point that we had mapped out already from this pre-market. It did get up to that 315 level. And I had marked that over here on TOS though. It's just floating above it right now. Looking for that break back under the 310s. And I think a dip should be defined by the trader though, for real, because my dip, I'm looking for this thing to actually come down like 250, 225, 275. Actually give a nice dip down and show me where the shorts are gonna push it into. Where the shorts start running into that nice wall. All right. FFIE. Faraday Future FFIE getting going down 16% today, 17%. Just looking over here on my scans. Now we're seeing this thing break down to 310s. Here are my current scans here. MGAM still the only micro float I'm seeing. INAB still the only low float. BBBY mid float, and then 4 in the high float area. AMD, FFID, IE, and Apple and CCL. But I would love to see where this thing's gonna end up holding. If it's gonna end up holding on the day. Back to the $3 there. Will it get pushed all the way back under the 275s here? Only 25-cent drop is all it needs. Whole dollar support at the 3. But we do see the short, I mean not the short, but the a red candle. Let's see how much we got. Almost 4 million shares on this push down. Probably gonna be a little bit of covering before it tries to go down further. Reliable Rudy says EAF long play, or for me, bought some market on the exit of the oversold. EAF. Oh yeah, that thing's been doing a nice little dissension down here. What kind of company is this? EAF. Or is it a company? I don't know. Electrical equipment and parts. Keynote Circle, Brooklyn Heights. What do y'all do? Graph Tech International research, develops, and manufactures and sells graphite and carbon-based solutions worldwide. It offers graphite electrodes to produce electric arc furnace steel and other ferrous and non-ferrous metals. So that's iron and non-iron. and petroleum, needle coke, and crystalline form of carbon. And petroleum needle coke, a crystalline form of carbon used in the production of graphite electrodes. The company sells its products primarily through direct sales force, independent sales representatives, and distributors. GrafTech International was founded in 1886 and is headquartered in Brooklyn Heights, Ohio. So we got a little pop back up to the 3, but it's now staying under that 3. Let's see if the shorts can really take control and get it going downward. Where will this hour close? It's got about 9 minutes to the close of this hour candle. And if it closes under this 286, that means it completely just lost the war up here. This thing never did open up. So HPCO may be halted all day. I would hate to be somebody that bought this thing though. Think about it going back down to $6 from 34. Oh, it's gonna be horrible. BBBY also continued down on the day as well. Still no obvious trend, just getting destroyed to the downside. Take that one off. The SPY did break down the 400 momentarily. I don't know how much momentum it's going to get through this 400 break. But we did get a nice little snap down of that. All right, the calls are starting to. The calls are starting to come in. Let me see what they want. Okay, yeah. And then need to. Oh boy. Well, either way, it's gonna be a green day for me. Let's get it. Oh man, I love when things work out. All right, so I got 5 minutes on the stream. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy the analysis. Um, Definitely check out the rest of Framework Fortune Network. We have Reliable Rudy in here who was doing some trades on INAB. He also has a channel where he does crypto analysis and setting up crypto strategies and really looking into portfolio building. Also, you can check out Lauren with Stunks and Chumps Gaming. You can also check out the Framework Fortune Home channel, which has a lot of lessons and things like that out there. Also, the Framework Fortune Crypto channel if you're interested in learning more about crypto. Then we have the Framework Fortune Media Network channel, which is actually a channel where if any of us post, any of us produce content, it goes to that channel automatically. So it's like a hub, a central hub where you can go and check out all of the Framework Fortune Network in one spot. Let me think. Um, if you're on my Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button if you enjoy the content. Um, man, also, the trading journals that I have been using is TraderSync. TraderSync, keeping up with my trades, keeping up with all of my journaling escapades, and learning more about, hey, my winners, my losers, and getting a picture of what was happening in that specific time. I may drop a link. I forgot to drop a link the other day to that. Let me see TraderSync. Ben is live as well. I see Lauren posting that, but I'm about to get off of here. I may just post it in the Discord. Oh, speaking of the Discord, so the Discord is another place that you can interact with the Framework Fortune community. Um, you can it's the best way to contact anybody in the Framework Fortune community. I mean, it's almost like texting us or calling us directly. Try to stay as active as possible in there. We do continue to watch the market throughout the day and see how things play out, and if anything pops up with news that we didn't see in the morning, we'll post it there. And I usually post, like, pictures of my scans, things that are popping up, and things that may be on a watch. But yeah, definitely check out the Framework Fortune. All that the Framework Fortune has to offer. We're getting bigger and bigger, and we're growing outward and getting a more active community. If you're interested in forex futures and things like that, we also have those chats in the Discord as well. You can get active in, ask your questions, post your charts and things like that. You can circle and do all your drawing on there. But yeah, that is it for this live stream. Um, I had a lot to cover. I think I covered at least 80 to 70% of it. But anyway, if you're going to continue trading, be careful today. INAB is pulling on back. It was the biggest mover on the day. Still up 22%, but now we've definitely identified a nice short area. And on the daily chart, we also see that it has given back profits before. So be very careful holding this thing into the downside. But yeah, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys, all of your chats, comments, and everything else that you have put into this content. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.